Hey everybody, welcome to the SkyLounge, here to review some Arsenal action as we win! Beat Burnley 2-1. My God. How did this start? How did this happen? Where did it all begin? Well, it begins with David Luiz partnering with Socrates in the back line. Curiously enough, that works out. Danny Ceballos started in the midfield, along with Guendouzi and Joe Willock. You also had Reece Nelson, Lacazette, and Aubameyang up front. Maitland-Niles and Monreal as your fullback. Burnley, obviously your goalkeeper. Now, in that first half, I thought, really, the first 10 minutes, it was all Arsenal. And as soon as they got possession in the third, at a certain point, I thought, okay, goal's coming in. And it did. 13 minutes into the match, a set piece set off by a corner. Lacazette is able to get a hold of the ball inside of the fucking goal box and able to pirouette himself somehow, twist and turn. And while he's falling down, he still gets the goal in. Lacazette does it again for the Gunners. 1-0 to the Arsenal. And unfortunately, Burnley started asking a lot of the questions after they conceded the goal. They got a hold of the ball further up the pitch. They started pressing higher up. They caught our defenders with our pants down. And the goal comes in the 43rd minute by Barnes, where I thought Papa Guendouzi and young Guendouzi didn't do right. What I mean by that is David Luiz and Matteo Guendouzi were kind of lacking foresight in defending or not defending Barnes and allowing that goal to go in. Lino having no chance at it. It is now tied 1-1 at the 43rd minute. And you end the first half thinking, all right, some positives. Arsenal was getting forward. I thought Danny Ceballos was having a magnificent game even up to that point. And you continue to think in the second half, Arsenal can press if they put Pepe on. Maybe the offense opens wide a little bit more. And thankfully, the manager thought, okay, let's put Pepe in. And Pepe goes in to sub in for Reece Nelson in the second half. And while I thought in the second pace things would pick up, it was a bit choppy, a bit slow. In terms of build-up play, I thought Arsenal took a lot longer to develop any sort of attack or any kind of confident game in the midfield. They just seemed to kind of stagger forward. But thankfully, while Burnley's players were trying to get the ball back into their own third, Danny Ceballos, with the presence of mind, able to intercept the ball and immediately pass right out to Aubameyang onside. He wiggles himself to the right, outside the box, just right outside, and shoots a ball straight on through, right to Pope. And it is a 1-goal advantage to Arsenal in the 64th minute. And you really got to think, as an Arsenal fan, wearing this Aubameyang jersey, I got to tell you right now, anytime you talk Aubameyang, you got to think, you want to keep this guy long term. He is, I apologize for saying this, and all respects to Theo Walcott. He is one of the most deserving number 14s that we haven't had in a long time, right? I mean, we haven't had a number 14 like this since Henry. And I love, and hey, shout out to Thierry Henry. It's his birthday today. The King's Day is today. But Aubameyang gets on the score sheet, and he just proves to all Arsenal fans that, listen, special offensive commodities you have to pay the price for. And my God, it's paying off so well. And I thought, for the record, signing Nicolas Pepe, who played the majority of that second half pretty well. Just unfortunate that on the other end of the ball, Arsenal just couldn't finish. There was a great opportunity where Pepe was real. It was a 2-on-1 situation between Aubameyang and Pepe with a beautiful through ball to Aubameyang. Unfortunately, Aubameyang dribbles it out wide a little too much to his right, and ball gets caught by the defender. And it was just a lot of risk taking from Arsenal, unnecessary risk taking, in my opinion. Despite the fact that you had brilliant games from Dani Ceballos, dribbling from inside our third and in the other opponent's third. He was brilliant, I thought, from offensive and a defensive standpoint. But again, Arsenal made this match a bit shaky towards the end and all throughout. Even when we had the lead, I just thought, man, this is really risk-taking defense we're playing from the back. From Lino to Luis, who, by God, you are just fucking inches away from getting intercepted. And I think always in my head, a better team would get this and screw us over. We can't play like this. And if we think this is a viable option moving forward against Liverpool or Spurs, which is, by the way, happening in the next 2 weeks, respectively, we got to figure this shit out, boys and girls. We do. Because if we keep playing this distribution from the back football where we think we're all that, I'm telling you, a winger or a striker that could just nip the ball from that back line is going to have a field day. A guy like Salah, Mane, Firmino for Liverpool, which is, again, next weekend, which, crazy, boys and girls, but I can't fucking wait. But you go to Arsenal here, just dictating pace whenever they need to, whenever they had the possession of the ball. And I really did like that. And it's good to see guys like Lacazette, Aubameyang picking up the pace from where they left off last season. Just scoring goals, having a good time with each other, high-fiving, the camaraderie is there. And I just thought if Arsenal can really find some level of cohesiveness and some level of consistency in that back line, we're going to be great. And I think that midfield can do some work, but at the same time, we don't have our best midfielders in there right now. Think about that. Yes, Dani Ceballos was magnificent. Yes, Matteo Guendouzi, when he's on form, he's fantastic. But again, that's not our best possible midfield three. I would imagine you put Ozil, Ceballos, and Torreira. You put those three on there, that is just a deadly midfield three. On top of a front three, which you can have a Pepe, Lacazette, and Aubameyang, which, my God, I would feel terrible for other defenders, just because that is a headache to deal with. But you saw good strategies from the team today, long balls from the back to the front, and hoping that Arsenal can catch these opponents off the break. But I would just say work on the fucking backline issue. Work on the fucking not playing too much from the back, because you can get fucked over doing that shit. But thankfully, Arsenal gets the 3-point. Shout out to Pope of Burnley, who played a really fantastic game, I thought, despite the loss today. Pope was probably one of the better aspects of Burnley's game today. Where they had offensive opportunities, they just couldn't capitalize. But Arsenal gaining the 3 points, and again, back-to-back wins in the first two matches of the Premier League season to start it off. Like, we haven't done that since the 2009-2010 season, so I'm a real happy gunner, boys and girls. I'm going to go ahead and celebrate, grab a bit of smoke, if you know what I mean, rep my Seahawks, and just enjoy my day. God damn it, Arsenal won. I'm having a good time. So, boys and girls, follow me at the Sky Lounge and all the links in the description below. Like, comment, subscribe for more daily contents. Now, fuck off.